Patricia. Welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, I am a registered nurse and a Medicare agent. I also help my clients with Obamacare, life insurance, and such. So anyways, guys, in this video, I am going to show you how to become a Medicare expert. So the first thing that you need to get your hands on to become a Medicare expert is the Medicare and You book. You can call 1-800-MEDICARE and ask them for the copy of the book. A new book comes out every single year, so you do want to get your hands on that book every single year. You can actually download the book. The book is available online as a PDF. And I will actually leave the PDF in the description box of this video and other resources as well. So here is my Medicare and You book. This is my Bible when it comes to Medicare. Basically, all I did was print out the PDF. So what I do, I use this book as my resource. There's so much information in this book. This book is literally everything you need to know about Medicare. It's literally in this book right here. So you definitely want to utilize this book. You want to take this book to your appointments. You want to study this book because you can always ask a question, right? And maybe someone gave you the wrong answer because they didn't really know the right answer. So now you have the wrong answer and you're carrying that wrong answer throughout your career because you just ask the questions versus looking up for the information yourself, because sometimes we don't have all the answers. You can't remember every single thing, every little detail when it comes to Medicare, but it's right here for you in the Medicare and You book. So utilize it as your #1 resource. So what are some of the things that you can get out of the Medicare and You book? I have some notes, I wrote them down. All right, so here are some examples that is in the Medicare and You book. What are the parts of Medicare? Pretty basic, right? But some people don't know the parts of Medicare is right here in this book. How to sign up for Medicare. It even gives you the website on how to sign up for Medicare in this book. Everything is here, okay? What are the different enrollment periods, okay? Also in this book. What if someone has a healthcare savings account? How does that work with Medicare? Also in this book. How does other insurance work with Medicare? How does the late enrollment penalty work? Okay, what is the percentage that they have to pay? How long they have to pay for that penalty, which is the rest of their life? But it's all in this book. As long as they have Part B, they will pay that late penalty if they did not enroll in Medicare when they were supposed to, okay? How to compare supplement plans. That's also in this book. And the different special enrollment periods. Like, there's so many resources in this book, it's not even funny. You can get an English version and you can also get a Spanish version. So get your hands on the Medicare and You book, okay? And utilize it, read it, open it. Because your clients are gonna have so much questions and it's all in this book. So get you the Medicare and You book. All right, before we get to the second thing that you need to have to becoming a Medicare expert, I do want to say this. The Medicare and You book and just information in this video alone can be a little overwhelming. I get that, okay? You do not, I repeat it one more time, you do not need to know every single thing about the Medicare and You book. You do not need to know every single thing about Medicare plans. What plans does this? What are the benefits before you start seeing clients? The biggest mistake that plenty of agents make, they don't start because they want to know every single detail about every little thing. And I tell you this, my friend, if you have that mindset, you will not make it in this industry. You cannot know everything. There's no way to know everything. It's all about learning as you go. You answer the questions as the questions come to you. Do not sit there and try to memorize this or anything else I tell you in this video before you set your appointments. You will learn as you go. I promise you, please go on your first appointment without even knowing what's in this book. It's okay. You will learn it. Okay? All right, the second book that you need to have and get your hands on, which is also available through PDF, and I will link that for you as well in the description box, is Choosing a Medigap Policy. Medigap is also known as supplement plans, right? So if you are an agent that wants to be an expert in selling Medicare supplement plans, you have to have this book. And it's basically like the Medicare and You Book, but it breaks down everything about Medicare supplements, okay? And this is also a free book as well. All right, so some of the things you will learn in this book is, I wrote it down, is when is the best time to buy a Medigap policy, why it is important to buy a Medigap policy when you are first eligible, okay? So this is a very important question to know, because if a client do not purchase a Medicare supplement plan when they're first eligible, after they turn 65 or whatever the case may be, they will have health questions later on if they do want to enroll in a Medicare supplement plan. And those health questions will determine if they are able to get on a plan. So it's very important that they know that information if they have been really thinking about getting a Medicare supplement versus a Medicare Advantage plan. So that's very important to know. So number 3. So you want to know 3 websites that's going to help you with your journey of becoming a Medicare expert. The first site is Medicare.gov, okay? So you want to know Medicare.gov because you can plug in the medications that your clients are on, and based on those medications, it will help you navigate which plan would be the best when it comes to their medications. Now, the important thing to know about Medicare.gov, if you are looking for a drug plan, say you're looking for a drug plan for a client that has a Medicare supplement, you want to definitely look at the deductibles. So the deductible is the amount that your client has to pay before the insurance company pick up the bill. So do they have a deductible of $300 before they can actually fill their medication? So definitely look at the deductibles when you're shopping around for drug plans on Medicare.gov. So the next website you want to know is EHealth. So EHealth is a unique website, and you definitely want to make sure you click on Medicare plans because they have other options as well. So you definitely want to make sure you click on Medicare plans, you put in your client's zip codes, and all of the plans that's available in your client's zip codes will appear. Just like that. With eHealth, you can compare other plans in your client's area. So on eHealth, you want to compare plans that you kind of already looked at on Medicare.gov that fits your client's needs when it comes to their medications. So you want to go ahead and hop on eHealth. With eHealth, it's going to help you compare those plans that you was looking at on Medicare.gov, and what you want to do is compare it line by line, right? So if you're looking at dog care versus cat care, so look at what is the monthly premium. Look at if this is a PPO plan or an HMO plan. Is this a D-SNP plan? D-SNP plans are for individuals that have both Medicare and Medicaid. You want to look at what is the primary care physician cost, compare those. What is the cost to see the specialist, how much it costs for inpatient hospital days, and how many days in the hospital. You want to look at how much is it for skilled nursing rehab, how much is it for therapy, how much is it for x-rays and things like that. You want to look at it line by line, and I am talking about Medicare Advantage plans, okay? So once you look at these plans and you kind of compare, you're the expert. Once you figure out, okay, this plan I feel like meets my client's needs the best, then you want to kind of show them what that plan offers after you looked at it first, okay? So when you're on a particular plan, if you scroll all the way down to the page, you will see other resources such as the summary of benefits, the evidence of coverage, and the PDF for Medicare and You Book will also be there as well. You definitely want to click on the summary of benefits. With the summary of benefits, you can look at that plan with a microscope. Do I recommend that you memorize everything on the summary of benefits? No. Like I said, this is something that you are learning as you go. So this is what you're going to do. Say you talk to your clients and she said, I need dentures. So if you have a PC, you're going to click Control F and you're going to type in the words dentures to see if that plan covers dentures, okay? So that's an example. If you have a Mac computer, then you're going to click on Command F. You're going to do the same thing and research words that you're looking for to see what is covered in that summary of benefits. You could also just scroll down and look at the summary of benefits and just look to see what's going on with that plan. You definitely want to look at EHealth and let EHealth be a great resource and a great tool for you to learn these plans. So what you want to do with this information is take a little notebook and write things such as, oh, dog care provides dentures. So that way you know when you look back at your notes that dog care provides dentures. So next time you talk to a client and they're saying that they want dentures, maybe dog care might be the plan for them, okay? So keep a little record, notes, and that way you will become an expert because you will eventually know the plans in your area because you're always looking at the summary of benefits and you're always looking at the details and EHealth of the plans and doing comparison, all right? So definitely utilize EHealth. It's right there at your fingertips. Now we're going to talk about how to find providers, how to find doctors for these plans, because you definitely want to make sure that the doctor that your client is associated with are covered under these plans. They're in the doctor networks, all right? So all you have to do is go to Google and all you have to type is dog care, find a provider, okay? So whatever insurance company that you are looking for, you want to first type the insurance name and put find a provider. Once you do that, look at the Google search and you will see what website that you use for that company. And all you have to do is basically plug in the zip code, plug in the doctor names, answer some basic questions, and you look to see if the doctor is a network. Now, if you do not see the doctor and network, that does not mean the doctor does not take the plan. Sometimes the doctors are not listed as their name, but it's actually listed as the clinic, okay? Or it may be listed as the medical director name or whatever the case may be. So you may have to take an extra step, and I do this all the time, and that is just call the doctor and ask them, hi, my name is Patricia. I'm a Medicare agent in the area, and I am helping one of your patients, which is my client, and I'm helping her look for a Medicare Advantage plan. And I just want to know, do you take dog care PPO or do you take dog care HMO or whatever the case may be? And they'll let you know if they take it or not, okay? If it's a PPO plan, then the doctor name does not have to be on the application. Now, if it's an HMO or whatever, the doctor name do have to be on the application. Another thing you can do is actually call the insurance carrier and ask them if the doctor is a network. When you do the actual application, it's going to ask you what is the provider ID, what's the provider number. You do not want to put in the doctor's NPI number, the doctor's NPN number. You do not want to do that. You want to use the ID that is located on that website. So Cat Care, find a doctor. They're going to have the doctor's member ID number there. You want to use that number so that way that doctor is actually printed on the insurance card. If you just put the NPN number or the NPI number, they will randomly pick any doctor, and then your client is going to call you and say, this is not my doctor on this card. So definitely put the ID number that's provided on that website. Now, if you call the insurance carrier, ask them for what is the doctor identification number and use that on the application. All right, guys, so number 4 on becoming a Medicare expert is the free carrier trainings, okay? So each carrier company has a broker manager that is assigned to your area, and they're always providing free training. They will email you these trainings, so look out for your emails. They have so many resources for agents, and they want to provide assistance. So you definitely want to attend these trainings. They have webinar trainings, they have meet and greets. They have so many different resources that they do provide agents, but a lot of agents ignore those emails. Sometimes they would even invite you to events to meet doctors that have open houses and things like that. So definitely get involved with your broker manager trainings, because these trainings can really make a big difference in your career, such as how to help a client enroll in a D-SNP plan, so how to help a client apply for Medicaid, how to network in your community. There are so many trainings out there, so definitely utilize those free trainings. Number 5 on becoming a Medicare expert is utilizing the quoting tool and or CRM that your FMO provides. Now with the CRM, I do recommend that you have your own separate CRM. But when it comes to the quoting tool, you definitely want to learn how to do an application on your FMO's quoting tool. I use Medicare Center, and we have 3 different quoting tools all in one. So like I said, it makes no sense to go over how I use mine because yours can be completely different. So you definitely want to study that quoting tool. You want to utilize it, and you want to know how you can benefit from it. You may not need to use EHealth or Cat Care, how to find a doctor.com, right? So all of that may be in your quoting tool. I like to utilize both. So that way, if my quoting tool engine is down for some reason, I still know how to put in an application. If I don't feel like bouncing to Medicare.gov and then going to eHealth and doing the comparison, then making sure the doctor's in network, all of that, I still prefer doing it that way. But if I didn't want to, I can use my quoting tool instead. So you definitely want to know how to utilize your own personal quoting tool because it's going to help you in the long run. I definitely say learn how to do both, like I say, with the 3 sites, and know how to use your quoting tool as well. And remember, you can do the application on the carrier website. So you could do the actual application on dog care, right? You don't have to do it on your quoting tool, but it's really, really important to know how to use all platforms. So that way, when one system is down, you have a plan number 2, plan B. You can still do that application. All right, so number 6 on becoming a Medicare expert is utilizing the summary of benefits. We already touched on this, but I want to really talk about it all in this one little subject, okay? So you definitely want to utilize the summary of benefits. You can find the summary of benefits in eHealth. You should and may be able to find it in your quoting tool as well. The summary of benefits is a cool way to show the highlights of the plan and the details of the benefits, okay? You want to give your client a copy of that summary of benefits, whether it's via email or the enrollment kit that the insurance carriers provide. summary of benefits is really great. You can highlight areas, and there is so many things that you can learn from the summary of benefits, such as the donut hole and how much your client would pay per day for inpatient hospital visits, how much they would pay for an ER visit. All of the details of the benefits is right there in the summary of benefits. So number 7 is the evidence of coverage. The evidence of coverage is the Bible of that plan. And you can also find the evidence of coverage on EHealth, and you may be able to find it on your quoting tool as well. Now, the evidence of coverage, your clients will get a copy of this from the insurance carrier. But like I said, this is the Bible of the plan. You want to let your clients know that the evidence of coverage exists. If they ever wanted to reference back to it, it's going to be a lot of pages to read. This is like 300 to 400 pages of the Bible of that plan. So do know that the evidence of coverage do exist. If you can't find something in the summary of benefits, it's going to definitely be in the evidence of coverage. So you can do the same thing there, Control and F or Command and F, and find details that you may be looking for right there in the evidence of coverage. So number 8, so we kind of touched on this a little bit. So you definitely want to take notes of little things that may be frequently asked questions, or some of the things that you may want to know if you were a client. So for an example, let's say cat care and dog care both offer dentures. So you want to kind of take a mental note or even write this down. I would definitely prefer that you write this down in a little notebook so that way you know, oh, okay, these are my go-to carriers for someone that needs dentures, right? These are my frequently asked questions, and this is found on page such and such, or this is the answer to that question. So you just want to keep a little bit of note taking so that way you don't have to constantly keep going back and looking at the same thing over and over. So create yourself like a little notebook, a little frequently asked question, question and answer, and utilize that so that way you don't have to keep going back and reading the same thing over and over. So it's just good to have like a little note-taking notepad, and yeah, that will help you in the long run for sure. So number 9 on becoming a Medicare expert is that you can actually utilize my channel called Life and Med. Life and Med here on YouTube is a channel focused for consumers. It's not really focused for agents, but you can watch that channel to learn different things about insurance. I am going to be giving that channel lots of love. I have a lot of video ideas that I want to post there. So I'm going to be talking about why you need life insurance and what is a PPO plan versus an HMO plan. What's the difference between Medicare and Medicaid? A lot of resources for consumers. So if you would like to subscribe to that channel over there, it's called Life and Med. So that would help you as well on becoming a Medicare expert. All right, so here's a bonus tip to becoming a Medicare expert. And that is know your special enrollment periods. It's so important that you know them. They're right there in all of your applications. You can screenshot it, save it, or whatever the case may be, but you definitely want to keep a copy of it. So a situation happened with me where my mom asked me to help a friend that lives in a nursing home. And I really didn't know if I could help that person because they were in a nursing home. Come to find out, I can definitely help them. So it's very important to know that you can help people in unique situations if you knew the special enrollment period. It may not be annual enrollment or open enrollment period, or they turn 65. These special enrollment periods are in place for a reason, so know them. Are you ready for the last tip? Tip number 10. So number 10 is definitely have confidence. You need to know that you can do this. You can be the Medicare expert that you are meant to be. I believe in you guys, and I know you can provide great customer service and provide that expertise from all of these resources that I provided in this video today. So that's it. Have confidence. You can do this. You are the expert. You went and got the license, and I promise you, if you follow these 10 tips, you will be just fine and you will be a Medicare expert in no time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. God bless. See you on the next one. Ciao.